Gentlemen, up next, the Lakeview Marching Band and their announcer, Dean Shannon.
The Lakeview Band is here to tell you a little story. We would like to introduce our two main characters. Meet Miles. Miles is a young guitarist waiting for his big break on the stage. He would love for his girlfriend to share in his success, but she never makes time for him. Meet Stella. Stella is in love with a musician and can't stay out of trouble, but she's starting to tire of the nightlife and she's ready for something more. It seems like these two would never work in a relationship, but never say never. Gentlemen, under the direction of Nathan Sensible and Tyler Yusofsky, with majorette choreography by Carrie Probst and percussion instructor Tony Furtiver, led onto the field by drum majors Chelsea Dean and Matthew Richter, we proudly present the musical pride of Northern Ohio, the Lakeview High School Marching Band. Every great story has a title, and ours is called Never Say Never. We will bring you on a journey of fantastic music and a nice story to go along with it. Let's check in with Miles, who is excited to hear his friend Noah Lasitis play a trumpet solo. He really wants his girlfriend to go with him, but as usual, she seems to have something better to do. Miles is used to this though. I guess the band Cake put it best when they said, never there. Who found the strength to end the relationship she wasn't happy in. The final straw was when he wasn't excited about Rory Sensible's mellophone solo. She finally decided to take advice from Taylor Swift and tell her boyfriend, we are never, ever getting back together.
So, he calls me and he's all like,
I still love you.
And I'm all like, yeah? Well, this is exhausting, you know? Like, we are never, ever getting back together. Like, ever!
first sight, but to those who have experienced it, they say that everything just freezes. Guess that was true for Stella and Miles that night.
I'm Stella.
As their eyes fell upon one another, the world fell silent, and they realized their hearts were beating in a different way than ever had before, as if they were beating together.
I guess you've got a song to finish. Yeah, Miles? I don't know. Never heard of it happening to anyone before.
But just as quickly as time froze, it started right back up again. Why'd you stop in the middle of that song? The audience loves that one. Start it over. Here's a great tune that'll feature our backup singers / dancers. They are Bailey, Bella, Addison, Melina, Sophia, and Olivia. We're going to get to hear from the band's trumpet player Noah Masitis, trombone player Chelsea Dean, and sax player Jake Langmeyer. This one's bound to get you all up and dancing. Here is the Ray Charles hit, What I Say. After a night of dancing and forgetting their troubles, Miles and Stella meet up once again and continue to talk late into the night. Hours went by, but to the two of them, it felt like just a few minutes. It seems like every time the conversation was almost over, the two found something new to laugh about together. Just as the night is winding down, the jukebox takes over and the 80s hit Never by Heart comes on. Stella have really hit it off. Miles has let his music career take a back seat because he has finally found someone who cares about him, and Stella has learned to allow herself to form a deep connection with someone again. They both realize they aren't just in love, but they want to be together forever. Miles has decided it's time to settle down and asks Stella to do him the honor and marry him. Of course, Stella was overjoyed, and when you realize you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody, you want the rest of your life to start as soon as possible. So here we are at their wedding. Connections. Naturally, their wedding band is sure to be a party for the ages. We've got Matthew Rickard on trumpet to carry the first dance tune, as well as DJ Godfrey and Brady Rickard on mallets to keep the guests grooving. Just like Burt Bacharach, we would like you all to join our bride-to-be majorettes and say a little prayer for the new couple. For the next couple of years, things were going well for our couple. They built a happy life together, but Stella got the impression that Miles was not feeling fulfilled in his music career anymore. She noticed he spent less time writing songs in the evenings and more time managing their new home. He no longer spent hours with his guitar to prepare for a Saturday night gig, but rather picking up Saturday night shifts at his job in order to help support their family. Of course, the occasional gig would still come up for him. And that leads us to tonight's performance by Miles' band. Little did he know that the same record company rep from the night they met was in the audience. The band, with bassist Chelsea Dean, drummer Will Bullock, and of course guitarist Miles Thomas, was in their first set playing Weezer's Say It Ain't So when our couple's first big argument went down. kept trying to find you, but it was like you fell right off the earth. Now, how would you like to go on tour at the expense of our company? You can't let that talent go to waste, Miles. Get ready to say goodbye to the life you know, because this tour is going to be your one-way ticket to a bigger and brighter tomorrow. Just imagine the crowds at every stop cheering your name and begging for an autograph from the Miles Thomas. Hush now, Miles, trust me. I only want what's best for my next big hit. After hours of searching, Miles finally finds Stella at home, clearly upset. No matter how hard he seems to try, Stella ignores his plea for an explanation. He was used to handling complex musical arrangements and navigating the challenges of a music career, but this was a different story. Stella had said she could never handle a day of not talking to him. I guess you never say never. He had no idea how to fix the rift between them, but then he remembers back to an early conversation with Stella and plays one of her favorite songs. Hopefully, Matt Ricker's trumpet solo will help solve his problems in Hard to Say I'm Sorry by Chicago.
You can't fix a problem with a song, Miles!
There is no problem. What just happened is the best thing that has ever happened.
I can't believe it. You are just like every other guy.
What's wrong? I thought what I did back there was right. Can't you just be a little bit happy?
Stella, feeling very confused and angry, goes back to a place that brings her comfort, the park where they got married. There is a band there that features a mellophone soloist, Drew Campbell, a baritone soloist, Mason Kovac, and a sax soloist, Jake Langmore, that are also being scouted by the same record company rep. Stella sees him and has some things to tell him.
You know, how dare you come and decide that you can take the person that I love away from me?
Hey man, I told you I do not want this deal. Quit trying to get my wife to talk me into it.
Wait. I don't understand. I thought that going on tour was the best thing to ever happen to you.
No. You, Stella, you were the best thing that's ever happened to me. I know I said never say never before, but in this case, you need to know that out of everything in this world, whether it be record companies or exes or whatever, they will never tear us apart.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Marching Bulldogs! The musical pride of Portland, Ohio, the Lakeview High School Marching Band. The role of Miles Thomas this evening was played by Logan Hartman, and the role of Stella Thomas was played by Ashley Grayson.